Good morning, good afternoon, good evening all over the world. Well, I'm starting to plant some onions. I ordered 6 bunches of short day onions, and I really hadn't thought through how many you can fit in a bed. There's actually a procedure you're supposed to use for onions, and so this is roughly a 4x8 bed. It's actually just slightly larger in both dimensions, but this is fully planted. We did this yesterday because we got some rain coming this evening, so I'm going to try to get 2 more beds done today. But I can use 1 bunch per bed with this. We'll say this is the recommended instructions by the onion company. This was Dixondale, I think was the name of it, and they're out of Texas. I bought a mix of onions, which is kind of cool. So there's some Texas sweet, some purple onions, and something else. I'll have to get that and I'll put it in the description. But anyways, what you're supposed to do, I'm gonna try to do this with my finger. So I came up with my own approach here. So in between these 2 rows, you dig a furrow that's about 4 inches deep, and you're supposed to put 10, 20, 10 fertilizer. I only had 10, 10, 10, so that's what I stuck in there. But you need to have double the phosphorus, so I'm gonna have to go see if I can find some phosphorus somewhere. And then I dug another channel over there, and then I put my onions straddling those 2 channels. And you're supposed to plant the onions 4 inches apart. So basically they're 4 inches apart and probably 16 inches apart from the channel. And we do the best we can. But anyways, I got 2 other beds already fertilized, and I've got the channels marked, that one over there and that one over there, far one with the hoops on it. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and try to get these planted before the rain comes. I always try to plan my planting around nature's rain, because I'm telling you right now, that's just it beats this city water and everything to do this. So that's what I'm trying to do. I got a couple real spindly ones that I may have to get some drizzle on there, but the soil was already in pretty good shape. I just came in here with some rabbit manure and some organic fertilizer. In fact, it's spitting on me right now. And I rototilled all that in. And then I come and dig my channels and put the, it's not supposed to rain till tomorrow, so I don't know why it's doing this, but I'll take it. I guess I just said, and I need to water a couple, and God said, I'll take care of that for you. I take it. I'll take it, God. That's great. My garlic is doing fantastic still. I went ahead and threw some more organic fertilizer in there, but I kind of got to dig in between the channels here and do the similar fertilizing scheme. I'll have to a lot of this stuff you need to set up a fertilizing schedule, so I got to get a calendar and start marking it up with all this stuff. I've got some more onions over here. These were my Egyptian walking onions, and you can see they're looking fantastic. They're growing probably like twice the rate of my garlic over there. But this looks a lot different since the last time you saw it, because I cleaned out a lot of my stuff. I still got to do my cabbage, get that out of there because it just got taken over. I'll tell you, cabbage is like one of the most difficult things. I don't think you can actually grow cabbage organically unless you did it in like a greenhouse type thing where you limit, bug intrusion. But my stuff always gets eaten up. So I got 1 head out of this that I can tell. Yeah, I don't think any of these other ones even had a head, so that's part of it. Probably just didn't have the proper fertilizer, but I had 1 good head that we're gonna eat. In my kale, I got to get some of these cut off too and start. We've been breaking some off, but kale is just something we mix in with the salad, just like the spinach. It's not like one of our mainstays that you eat. It's a little bitter. And then this is a mix of collards and mustard or something. I think the collard batch got contaminated because that's all I planted here was collard supposedly. But anyways, I got some curly looking leaves that look like something else. All right, well, I got a couple more beds out here, so I've got, I'm planning on planting 4 beds of onions, and I'm giving the other 2 batches to some other friends. The more you buy in these bundles, the cheaper it gets, because it's like 12 bucks for 1 bundle, and when you buy 6 bundles, it's 36 bucks, so it's much cheaper. All right, back to work. Time to say goodbye to my last Cornish rocks. I got 6 of them that are ready, but there's one miniature one here, and I still think that must not be the mix. It must be just a regular Cornish or the rock. I forget which one is the white version, but it's going to be it's not going to be a 10-pounder, I'll tell you that. That looks like a regular Cornish hen or something. I thought I had 1 more week before I'd have to do the rest of these, but weighed it the other day, and I'm approaching 10.5 pounds on a couple of these males, and so it's just time to do it, otherwise they won't fit in my little shrink bags. So I gotta go get me some ice. These guys are ridiculous how much they eat. I love it. I find it's easier just to go ahead and give them some food in the morning, and then they're calm, because in an hour I'll be out here going through the processing, and they're a lot more docile when their belly's all full. And then the Rhode Island Reds will have this thing all to themselves for another month, then I'm going to let them free. Yeah, these guys are already 3 months old, those Rhode Island Reds. Look like turkeys, they're so dang big. I gotta eat these, start eating some. I've only got 3 left over from last year, so that's good. So now I'm only gonna have, from May and the fall left over. And then we start again in April, I guess it is. So raise them from 2 months, April and May, and that's my next batch. Hanging some good looking birds. Alright, gotta take care of the rabbits. So I just finished processing the last 7 chickens that I had, those Cornish rocks. And when I went to bend over to pick up the first chicken, I ended up realizing my jeans must be a little old, because I ended up splitting my dang pants. So time to go back to Walmart, pick up some more Wranglers. Well, it's very disappointing. I cleaned up the leaves today, and you can see it's just that time of year. We've had some wind and it just knocked everything down. So guess what? I'm getting the lawnmower out, because we're supposed to have rain here this evening. In fact, it's kind of been spitting off and on, so I'm going to give it another shot. And this is like an impossible task this time of year, but I'm going to try to build my own soil out of these leaves. So I'm piling them up in a low area, and I'm going to keep alternating with some cow manure, some soil, and then more leaves, cow manure and soil, and rabbit manure, whatever I got, and I should be able to make a whole bunch of soil over in this one area. It should be great. So something you can do yourself if you have the time. This is my bad boy, and I highly recommend this because this makes life real easy for sucking up leaves instead of getting out here blowing them and everything. I was wondering why the stuff was, I didn't have the back lid snapped down, so that's why I wasn't cleaning up the driveway perfectly. Anyways, that's a whole bunch of leaves, and you can see over here, I'm creating a massive pile, and I'm going to kind of make a bunch of soil right in that location because it's a low spot. It gets a lot of water, so that ought to work great. Anyways, that's what the driveway looks after I vacuum it. What I do is these little side areas, after the leaves are all done, I'll take my blower and I'll blow it all out in the driveway and pick it up, but there's no need to do that every single time, so I kind of leave the leaves there for the, it's probably about a month we go through this crap. So there's my pile of leaves that I've gone ahead and I had a broken bag of mill organite I got super cheap at Home Depot the other day, so I threw that, kind of spread it in there. And then there's 2 bags of cow manure. So what I'm going to do next is just keep piling. We're going to get some rain here that's going to kind of beat it down. And then we'll just keep piling it, and I'll keep layering it, and the worms will do their thing, and that'll be some fantastic soil. It won't be nearly as much as it looks like right now. In fact, I've got one more bed I need to build up on the bottom of my hill at the side of the house over here. So I'm probably going to take some more leaves and put them over there, but we don't have a shortage of leaves right now. You know, if you're just starting with your beds, raised beds, just pile the leaves in there and then just get some cow manure and throw it on top, and you know, if you need to, get you some worms. They got them at Walmart for fishing and stuff. Throw them in there, but most of the times the worms will find their way there. They're going to go where the food is, and you'll make your own soil. I was in a hurry, so I paid quite a bit of money to get this soil, and I had to take it from piles up on my driveway, wheelbarrow full in here. But if you got more time, just go ahead and put your leaves in there and let it turn to soil. You know, mix some cow manure and other things in there, and it's going to be fantastic. I keep amending my soil with, you know, the rabbit manure and cow manure and organic fertilizers and things like that, and get to use it over and over and over again. It's going to be a lifetime of soil. I got to plant some more onions, but the dogs are kind of whiny right now. I got to plant my carrots in between the onions also. That's something else I had in mind. Yeah, I vacuum my leaves. I'm trying to get grass to grow in here now. It's been 2 years since I moved in here, and I never had any decent grass, so I seeded it, and I'm hoping I can make it look a little bit like golf course grass, but it's just going to take time. So I put a whole bunch of that Mcquilkin down, and I need to come back and do it again. You can see it kind of only spottily attached, so I need more Mcquilkin, and I may even have to put some other things down to keep it kind of damp. But the best time to do this is when you know you're going to get rain for like a week or something. Get that grass seed down. In Georgia, you get your grass started in the fall. I'm kind of running out of time to do this, but it's already looking halfway decent. Look, I didn't have a before shot for you, but that's coming along. It doesn't happen overnight, folks. And after it gets established, then I can do a little weed and feed and knock down this other stuff that's growing in here.